What is up, guys? Gamer Dude back once again, bringing you another video in our 90-day streaming ban game series. Today we have Marvel's Spider-Man. I'll bring you something else a little bit later as well. I'm bringing you Spider-Man because there has been a surprise update for the game today, and I totally called it. It's Fantastic Four related. Apparently they have added 2 new suits to the game. I'll get into detail in the video. So in my prior video with Just the Facts with Gamer Dude, I anticipated that there was going to be a Fantastic Four related update. And I wasn't wrong, I was just a little bit wrong as to the details. Like, as far as I know, there's been no structural changes to the city. Like, Fist Tower hasn't been changed, Oscorp Tower hasn't been changed, the Baxter Building hasn't even been added. But we still don't know what's coming in the future. So I wouldn't rule it out. I mean, I seriously doubt that all Insomniac games have planned for the entire year. It's just suits. You know, they can't just add suits. I mean, it would be a bit lame if they just added suits, because there's so much more potential for this game before the release of the next one. So what we are going to do here is we are going to just find a high rooftop. I suppose that one's good as any. I'm going to check out these suits. Okay, so we have the Bombastic Bagman suit with no associated powers. It's kind of a pain in the ass how they're adding all these suits and they have no associated powers, because the Bombastic Bagman suit was a spare suit given to Spider-Man after a battle by Johnny Storm. And the fact that they haven't included any powers with it, because Spider-Man's suit was destroyed, his gear was destroyed, and all he had was a web shooter with 2 cartridges. I only know this because I played the 2001 Spider-Man game that much. It was in the description of the suit in that game. But basically he had 2 web cartridges and a single web shooter. And he could only go so far across the city. Now, they could have added some kind of power to this. I don't know what it could have been, like, I don't know, last resort or something. I don't know, but seeing how you don't actually run out of web fluid in the game, it might be a bit pointless. And of course we have the Future Foundation suit, which does look a lot like the Anti-Venom suit, and I gotta say, wow, that suit is really bright. That is in my face with how bright that suit is. It is an incredible suit though, and it does look somewhat reminiscent to the Big Time suit as well, which I think it was originally based off, because by this point in Spider-Man's life, when he joined the Fantastic Four after Johnny Storm's untimely death, he'd already worn the Big Time suit. So what we're going to do is we're going to swing around for a little bit in these suits, solve some crimes, have a look around the city in general and see if anything is actually different, because this is the first time playing the game since the update, so I don't know if there's anything different. There's something I would like to test with this bag though. No, hang on. It's been a while since I played this actually. There we go. Okay, yeah, this bag, my god, this bag does not follow the laws of physics at all. That is ridiculous. It doesn't follow the laws of physics at all. Hang on, let's go into photo mode. Oh my god. Oh, it would have been cool if you could see his eyes through the hole. That would have been awesome. But obviously, because Spider-Man's suit was completely destroyed, he lost his mask as well. And the Fantastic Four don't wear masks. They are open superheroes about their identities like Tony Stark. So, you know, they don't obviously wear masks. But the suit is actually very well detailed, and it is very reminiscent of the Fantastic Four suits from the comic book series. It's got some designings and some stylings from the Fantastic Four movies, which is what I'm sure they've used it as a benchmark for. But if anything, it just looks like a glorified wetsuit with a big 4 logo on it. But it is incredibly detailed. You can see the linings of the suit. You can see the shine on his boots. The only thing that puts me off is the bag. Like, you can't see his eyes through the holes, and the fact that well, it's not falling off his head. Laws of physics be damned, am I right? Right, so this won't be the usual 40 minutes long. I'm just going to do a few crimes.
They go together like cookies and milk.
Oh, it feels so good to be playing this game again. Well, like I said, I cannot live stream, but I'm not going to let it stop me from playing games like this and uploading the various content for the new updates. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments, because it is very interesting that they would add this update without anything else, really. I mean, the Fantastic Four hasn't really had anything to do with the Marvel Universe for quite some time. So it is unusual that they would add these suits without provocation, you know, without a reason to actually add them. I mean, as I said in my Just the Facts with Gamer Dude, it was probably down to the fact that it was Fantastic Four World's Greatest Week in January. I don't know, maybe they wanted to honour some kind of anniversary to the Fantastic Four. Or, as I also said in Just the Facts with Gamer Dude, is it throwing us towards some kind of future update for the game? Is it throwing us toward them being in the next Spider-Man game? Or is it throwing us toward a Fantastic Four game? Now, a Fantastic Four game would really fit into the universe with the Fox-Disney merger now. I'm not happy about it, but at least all the characters are back where they belong, I suppose. But with that merger now happening, obviously Marvel has the rights back to all of their characters, and they've practically insisted that Fox cancel any future projects they had with a Marvel logo on it. Which is a bit of a ball ache, because now Disney do control majority interest in what happens in the movies. But I don't like Disney that much, but I feel as though they would do a better job with the Fantastic Four than Fox did. The original Fantastic Four movies, they were good. I enjoyed those. I was a kid when they first came out. I really enjoyed them. However, the ps4 reboot was just god awful. I hated the reboot. It's like, you can't even call it a Fantastic Four movie until right at the very end, really.
I guess this is what they call organized crime.
And then when they're about to drop the name bomb for the Fantastic Four, it cuts to black. And then you expect a sequel, and then because of how badly that movie did, we didn't get one, so yeah. Okay, so let's showcase the Future Foundation suit. There's not really much for me to do on the map because I've done absolutely everything. I've unlocked all the suits. I've got all the gadgets, all the gear. 100%ed everything. It's just because the game is so unbelievably addictive. I think really the only things I have left to do are the base challenges, because this is on the New Game Plus, so the bases work quite difficult compared to the original story, and I'm playing it on the hardest difficulty, so you know, it's like one punch in those bases and you're practically dead. But I have done the majority of them. I mean, I've still got some Taskmaster challenges to get gold on, but again, on the New Game Plus it is rather difficult to get those scores. And I never want to hear the words photobomb ever again. Me and Blazin710420, we have an inside joke on that. Head over to his channel if you haven't already, by the way, guys. Alright, yeah, so, yeah, let's see what this suit looks like. And wow, as I said, that is unbelievably bright. But it is a beautiful suit. I mean, again, as I said, it kind of does look like the Big Time suit and the Anti-Venom suit. For anyone who's not familiar with Anti-Venom, you really should play Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions from the PS3. I think you can download it on the PlayStation 4 for a couple of quid. It's not that expensive now. But basically, Anti-Venom was it was a symbiote created by Doc Ock, Otto Octavius, to drain Spider-Man of his powers. But that didn't exactly work out well because the host went batshit crazy and the symbiote took on characteristics of the host. And the host also went batshit crazy. The symbiote went batshit crazy, sorry. Well, it's really hard to do a running commentary whilst you're playing a game. I never realised how hard it actually was.
Hold on, I'll get you out. Thank you.
But yes, simply put, Anti-Venom was designed to destroy Spider-Man. It was also designed to destroy any other symbiote suit. So it was designed to destroy the Venom symbiote suit, it was designed to destroy the Carnage symbiote. See, Anti-Venom is a really underused symbiote in the Marvel Universe. And I think it's a real shame. Because I like the Anti-Venom symbiote. It was of course Eddie Brock using the suit. So the traditional black-suited Venom was probably destroyed by Anti-Venom, and then Anti-Venom needing a new host bonded with Eddie Brock, because obviously he's been with Venom for years and he's a lot stronger. But I don't know, I'm just going off the Shattered Dimensions storyline there with the Anti-Venom symbiote suit. But that's not what we're here to talk about. I'm getting off topic because this suit does genuinely look like the Anti-Venom suit. So, don't hesitate to let me know in the comments what you guys think. I mean, is it hinting at a possible Fantastic Four game? Is it hinting at something bigger coming to the game? Because, quite frankly, I'm not whelmed. I expected something big, and all we got were 2 suits. I was expecting something a hell of a lot bigger than 2 suits.
Support your local businesses by not robbing them, please.
You always expect something bigger and then they just slap you in the face for it. But credit where credit is due. Insomniac Games don't have to keep updating the game with these suits. I mean, Fantastic Four stuff is very, very fan-based. It's very fan-requested, other than adding more puddles into the game. But yeah, it's very fan-orientated, which is probably why they've added it in this case. Or like I said, it could be down to the Fantastic Four World's Greatest Week. But I don't think they would drop these suits on us for just the pleasure of ourselves, really, just to satisfy our needs for something new in the game.
A text to Yuri and the cops are on their way.
Because technically it's not really something new, because by now practically everyone has finished everything in the game. Unless of course you haven't played the game, then just wow to you. If you have a crap box or a shit box, as I call them, then you really need to get a PS4 just to play this game. I cannot stress that enough. I've got friends who have physically sold their Xboxes just to have the money to buy a PlayStation and play this game.
Wow, you all forgot your keys?
But anyway, I'm getting off topic again. I do believe that it may be hinting, and this is just my gaming opinion, given past things that I've noticed from developers. I do believe that it's hinting at a potential Fantastic Four game rather than something big for this game. Because I do believe we have seen all we can see for this game. Like, it is a fantastic game, it is fully diverse, fully open world, which I absolutely adore, I absolutely love it. But if you think about it, Insomniac have probably given us everything they can give. Especially with the ending DLC and the end to the main story itself. So the end of the highest DLCs was setting up Yuri Watanabe's character for the villain that she plays in the comic books. Can't remember the villain's name because I didn't really like the villain that much. Let me know in the comments if you know the name, that'd be really great. It's set up for Miles training Peter training Miles to become Spider-Man. We saw that post-credit scene where he jumped off the Chrysler building. That was really cool, by the way. I really enjoyed that. And we had a sneaky just the facts thing from Jameson at the end, commenting how he saw two Spider-Men and he was gonna have a heart attack. That was probably the most hilarious thing I've ever seen in a game, to be honest. I'm not really sure there's much else I can talk about for this update. Because I don't really know if they're going to do anything else. Because most games follow a trend of updating every other week, every Tuesday. Need for Speed does it. Well, Need for Speed Payback, should I say. GTA does it. Red Dead Redemption 2 does it. So yeah, we get a lot of games that follow a pattern of updating on certain days every other week. With Insomniac, it's completely random and we have no idea what is coming. It's like, we knew they were planning a Fantastic Four update, obviously, because they announced it in their live stream. However, we didn't know what it would be or the extent of what it would be. So, if I knew where Fist Tower was, I would go to Fist Tower and check out Fist Tower.
Or bottom 5, however that works. Police are on their way, and so
but I really think there's a lot Insomniac can do with the game. As I've said, it has so much more potential than just adding suits. I mean, even if they added extra powers to the suits, it would be a lot better than just adding new suits with no associated powers. I mean, where's the fun? Because all you're going to do really is just start again and play the game wearing these particular suits. And to be honest, a new study for the game shows that this, the Raimi suit, the web suit, is now the fan favourite suit in the entire game. I mean, personally, I have 3 suits that not 4 suits now, yeah, I have 4 suits that I personally love in this game now. Of course, Raimi suit tops at number 1. We have the original Spider Armor Mark 1, which appeared in the 1994 Spider-Man animated series. Again, absolutely love that show. That was a beautiful show. The Scarlet Spider suit, which was worn by Ben Reilly, the clone of Peter Parker. And I have to say, this is probably the 4th. Because I have never seen this suit anywhere. I've not seen it in comic books, I've not seen it in TV shows or movies. So I really do enjoy this suit because it is basically just the classic suit, just armoured up. It's a great armoured suit. Like all the other armoured suits are very dark and grim, and they don't have any colour to them, whereas this is bright, it's colourful. And it shows that Spider-Man really just wasn't bothered. He just wanted to make his suit armoured, and he just put armour over his classic suit. But if I was to say another favourite suit, it would be genuinely the special-made suit for this game, and that is the Insomniac suit. Again, even when I'm replaying through the story over and over again, I still find myself coming back to this suit. I always come back to this suit at some point. Because I do love this suit. It's a great design, and they really did well with it. So let me know in the comments what your favourite suits are in the game and what you think of this new update with the 2 new suits added. I think it's a bit disappointing just adding the 2 suits. I mean, I'm never going to use that. That is just as bad as the undie suit, man. I am never going to use the undie suit. It's like, why? It's also just as pointless as the ESU suit. So they're the 3 suits I will probably never use in the game. I mean, if it was wearing a proper mask with it, then maybe, but because it's the bombastic bagman, there's really no point in wearing it, unfortunately. So I think that's about it for this video, guys. I don't really have much else to cover. Simply because there's really not much to cover at all with this update. I just wanted to showcase and show off and feature these suits. I mean, because they are fantastic suits, I'm not going to lie. They didn't have to give us new suits. Insomniac could have just said, well, that's it, we're done with the game now, farewell, basically. I keep replacing the wrong one there. There we go. Yeah, they could have basically just said farewell, we're done, there's nothing else coming to the game, this is all you're getting. So the fact that they are just adding new suits shows that they really want this game plus any other future games to go far. They want them to go somewhere. They really enjoy, well, it's just like they really enjoy this gaming universe now. They really enjoy adding things into the game. I mean, the inclusion of the Spider-Verse suit, for example, adding that just after the movie came out, or just before, one of the two, shows that if we're getting any other content for the game, it will be based on that kind of stuff. Which brings me back to the Fantastic Four suits. And this will be the last thing I cover before ending the video, because it's already gone a bit longer than I wanted it to. Why add them? That is the big question. Why? I still believe, and I strongly believe, it is setting up for a Fantastic Four game. Because we haven't really seen any Fantastic Four games since the original 2 movies. They brought out 2 games based on those movies. They brought the first Fantastic Four game, it was on Game Boy Advance, it was on PS2, it was on GameCube, things like that. Then they brought out Silver Surfer, that was on the PS2, it was on the Game Boy, things like that. And then after that, Fantastic Four in the gaming world kind of stopped. Unless you count Marvel vs. Capcom, of course. But what I'm trying to say is there hasn't been a standalone game for the Fantastic Four since then. We've had Spider-Man games, we've had Thor, we've had the Punisher on PS2. I mean, we've had Deadpool, we've had Wolverine games. So my point is, that is the only thing that's missing from this gaming universe. We haven't had a standalone Fantastic Four game that is separate from the movie universe. I like how this game is separate from any movie universe. I mean, yes, the Raimi games were fantastic, I love them, but they were just, it was too much like the movie. It was like, you could have changed it up a little bit here and there, you know, you could have made this guy different and that guy different. Yes, they added the Shocker into it, but, you know, I'm getting off topic again. But anyway, if I continue rambling, I'm going to make this a full 40-minute video, which I don't want to do. So I'm going to leave it there, and I hope you enjoyed the showcase of the 2 new suits. Unfortunately, yes, they have no associated suit powers. I'm going to drop another game on you later tonight, so stay tuned for that, guys. Shout out to all subscribers, old and new, appreciate the love and support. Gained a new subscriber yesterday, so just give me a moment, I will shout you out to the channel. That was Jonah Cadley and John Davis Walker. Thank you for subscribing, I do appreciate it. Bear with me because I'm currently on a 90-day ban from streaming, so I'm just trying to upload what I can to the channel. So yeah, that's about it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, appreciate the love and support. If you're new to the channel, don't hesitate to hit the subscribe button and drop me a like for the video. Until next time, this has been Gamer Dude. Happy gaming. I will catch you all real soon.